folks know that I'm ready. When I sit in that chair the first day as president, no one's going to wonder whether I'm ready to get to work. I'm not going to need to read the owner's manual, Willie. I'll be ready.
Yesterday, when John and I saw you in Exeter, John was talking to you a very simple question about Rubio's performance the night before. Even though he had been warned it was coming, he still behaved the way he behaved. And you had a very simple and short answer. You said, not ready. Did you mean not ready to run for president or not ready to be president of the United States, or both?
Well, not ready to be president. And that's the most important thing. Listen, everyone's going to have good days or bad days on the campaign trail. But you got to be ready to be president. And I'm ready to be president, and he's not. And I've been saying that for a long time. And I'm ready to be president. And I think the people in New Hampshire here want to nominate someone who's not only going to beat Hillary Clinton, but is ready to clean up this mess that Barack Obama has made over the last 8 years. That's what I'm absolutely ready to do, because I've done it in New Jersey. I cleaned up John Corzine's mess in New Jersey, and now I'll clean up Barack Obama's mess in Washington.
Did you get any money bump off of Saturday night, or do you know yet?
Yes. Went very well since Saturday night.
It went so
online has gone well since Saturday night.
No, it went so well Saturday night that he went to Shooters to celebrate on Sunday.
Exactly. And blew all the money.
You correctly pointed out before he came out here, given the Super Bowl and the weekend, we'll go into tomorrow not knowing who's going to be second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth.
Right.
So, given that, what are you prepared to do after Tuesday to stop Marco Rubio from being the nominee if he, say, finishes second here?
Well, I don't think he's going to finish second here, but nonetheless, it's not about stopping Marco Rubio. It's about me getting nominated. And the fact is, I'll go down to South Carolina and do exactly the same thing.
Even if you're sixth?
Listen, even if I'm sixth, depending on what sixth looks like, Mark, right? I mean, is sixth down by half a point?
But if it's clustered up, though, I mean, if you have 5 candidates clustered up, let's say the difference, because we're saying Marco could be second or he could be sixth. You could be second or sixth. Kasich, all of them. I mean, if you're clumped up, you're not going to throw in the towel, especially after Saturday night. You're going on to South Carolina.
I'm going to South Carolina. My flight's booked for South Carolina on Wednesday morning from here. And I'll listen. I think there was a march among some of the chattering class before Saturday night that Marco Rubio it was down to a 3-person race, and this was it, and it was over. And I think after Saturday night, no matter what the results are on Tuesday, no one thinks that anymore. No one now looks at any of those 3 guys and says, well, they're inevitable. They're not. And even, Donald's performance on Saturday night was fine, but nobody's, jumping up and down about, that makes him so much better than anybody else. Certainly Senator Cruz's performance was okay. But, we
haven't really talked about Ted Cruz's performance. I thought it was spotty. I thought the beginning of it, excuse us for 1 second, for a little bit of political.
He looked nervous.
He got hammered. He got hammered at the beginning. Yeah. And at the end, they're sitting there talking, and Donald he says he won Iowa. He goes, yeah, you won it because you stole it. And he just, but you could tell he was on home turf in Iowa. He just seemed a little uncomfortable all night. It was a strange performance.
Well, he's playing an away game here in New York.
It is a total away game here.
Yeah. You seem...
All right, now let's return back to the interview.
Thank you. Am I back now?
Yeah. We just hadn't talked about Ted Cruz, a guy who won Iowa.
I'm glad I helped you.
Yeah, thank you so much for bringing us together.
I'm squaring the circle.
Again, yes. Go ahead.
Well, I actually, in the run-up to the debate, you almost seemed frustrated, like the boy in the bubble stuff. You were like, really, you seemed almost...
That wasn't frustration. That was fun. When you're from New Jersey, that's called fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was fun. The boy in the bubble stuff was meant to deliver a message. It was not like something accidental, that I went, oh, gosh, did I just say that? No. I mean, listen, the fact is that when you're guarded and all the rest of that, when people surround you and protect you and tell you what to say, they can't do that on the debate stage. My point was...
Or can I just say, or on shows like this.
Correct.
I mean, you come on this show, and you've got to sit there and actually answer follow-up questions, because, as you know, it can go anywhere.
Oh. Don't I ever?
I mean, and we've had our spats, but you keep coming on the show. But that's the thing. Are you able to not only answer the question, but answer the follow-up and answer the follow-up? And 1 second we may be talking about economics, the next we may be talking about, quantitative easing. Some candidates can't do that.
Well, and
they run for the hills.
And worse yet, Joe, not only can't they do it in this program, but then they can't do it in the Oval Office. Because it's not going to, let me tell you something, being a governor for 6 years in a really tough state, you're not going to be, this doesn't come in order. It's not like being in the Senate where they give you a list of questions beforehand and you get to decide yes or no. You're sitting in a governor's office or the Oval Office, the crises come, the moments come.
And you never know what they are.
And you never know what they're going to be.
And you never know where they're coming.
But what is it about Senator Rubio? He's smart, he's articulate. Why can't he answer questions under pressure as you suggested he can?
It's not so much, Mark, that he can't answer questions under pressure. It's that he does not have the experience to know what to do in a pressure situation. Listen, I have had really amazing times and very difficult times in my political career. And what that both of them teach you is that everything is temporary. Everything is temporary, and you have to be ready to deal with what the next moment's going to be. And the only way you learn that is by doing it. I mean, the fact is, why would anybody here think that you could become president of the United States after being a one-term United States senator, never having made decisions, never having been held accountable, never having sat in a chair like that? I understand everybody here is really angry about Washington, and so am I. I'd love to burn it down, too. And if I go down there, I will. But then you need somebody who's going to rebuild it afterwards, because we need a national defense, we need Homeland Security, we need Social Security, we need Medicare, you need somebody who's going to do that. Problem, Mark, is that when all you is sit in a state legislature, which Senator Rubio did, and vote yes or no, then go to the United States Senate, show up sometimes, and when you do show up, vote yes or no. That is not preparation to be president of the United States. Reading a teleprompter and giving a good speech is skills. They're skills, no doubt, but they're not skills to govern.
You know, Joe, what he's saying, and it's been repeated in the past political campaigns, there's a striking contrast between United States senators running for president and governors running for president.
Really
governors have public exposure on a daily basis that senators just never have.
Well, I'll tell you something else. We've seen it with Barack Obama as well. Governors have to work with